it's a lot of topics to cover today. So, but first, I want to catch up with Simone because I haven't seen her in a minute. So, how you been doing?
I've been good.
What you got into since I left?
Nothing this time. I just been working.
Just working. Oh, well, we all been working. So, well, I had fun in Vegas. So Vegas was fun. I had a good time in Vegas. Spent a little money. Gambled a little bit. Lost some money. So, I mean, that was that. But we're gonna jump into our show because, like I said, it's jam packed today. So, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is the study that was done about Louisiana, the Louisiana school system, which labeled us the worst school system in America. So, the study goes on to say it was 17 different measures to rank these schools or whatever like that. And at the top was Massachusetts, who scored a 83.33. And then at the bottom, it was Louisiana that scored a 30.33, which makes us the worst school system in America. Now, of course, Louisiana has an interesting school system simply because of recovery school districts, and then we also have charterized school systems, and then we also operate on the OPSB, which is Orleans Parish School Board System. So it's interesting because we oftentimes worry about our students and getting them great education, them having a great education, and this also saddens me that this happened that we are ranked at the bottom, and it wasn't like last year was better because last year we was ranked next to last, and the state that was last was actually Mississippi, and Simone is actually from Mississippi, so I want to kind of get her take on what the school system was like in Mississippi.
Well, where I'm from the coast or whatever, so like education, it matters, but then again it doesn't. Like on the Gulf Coast or whatever, we don't have as many issues as like if you're from Jackson or from like somewhere around that area where like I have friends or whatever that are from Jackson, and they don't really care about school because they worried about making money and
Hmm.
trying to provide for their family. So education is pretty much on the back burner
Hmm.
instead of like being the first thing to come up and try to do. They just
Yeah,
worried about making it for their family.
yeah. Well, like I said, I went to school. I went to school under the Orleans Parish public school system, and me being under the public school system, um, I have mixed feelings. I actually went to a school that was not that bad, but in a sense of me graduating and going to college, that I did feel that I didn't get some of the things that I should have obtained before graduating.
Mm-hmm.
However, that doesn't stop that it didn't stop me or hinder me from going on and getting my degree and furthering my life. But I do feel like our kids are up against a lot in Louisiana, simply
Oh
because we
yeah.
do operate under these different charterized systems, and I mean we do operate under these different school systems. So and especially because charterized school systems, you don't even have to be in the state to actually run a school. You could be operational. You can have somebody just put somebody there,
Mm-hmm.
um, but that'll be fine or whatnot. But whatever the case may be, it happens, and it's just sad to see that we was ranked the lowest, simply because we, in hopes, New Orleans has spent a lot of money on education, trying to get their school system right and trying to get every child a quality education, and to see that it's just we're going backwards and not forwards. It's kind of disheartening, but it happens. So, um, the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about and bring up is Malia Obama, who was kind of caught, and this is kind of getting old and out of hand right now. People opinions of this little girl, uh, who she was at, um, Lollapalooza, and she kind of turned up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, of course, Bryson Tiller was there. Um, she was dancing, some say twerking or whatnot, but she is a young lady who just graduated high school as well. So,
Right.
but some people had their opinions about it, but negative opinions about her dancing at this concert, and then also what she was wearing. And behind me, you can see what she wearing. She just wearing a simple tank top with some shorts. So, What's your opinion about this, Simone?
They need to leave her alone because before then, Bush had kids that were doing stuff way worse than her. So she no different from us.
Hmm.
She's just a teenager just having fun.
Right. And I agree. I mean, I just feel like I mean, I feel like what they expect.
Expect her to be all
Right.
presidential all day, every day, that
Right.
be all uptight and stuff. No, let that girl live. You see how she would dance. If she like it, I love you.
Right. But it's one of those things where people just cannot let it go.
Oh
Like it's kind of
no.
like keep going. Like it's also been like said that she was photoshopped smoking a blunt at the event. I don't know if that's true or not. Um, but it's crazy. It's nonsense.
You need
All
to
that to
leave her
just start a
alone.
controversial from
Yeah.
a president that was non controversial the whole time he was in office. That's one, and then two, his term is about to be up. So I mean, like, what's the big deal? Like,
Leave them
right? It's
alone.
like like it's like they're trying to find something to actually say something negative about these people, but it's like
Hmm.
it's not working. It's not happening, and it's like
And I
it's.
love how they're so just all calm about it. Like they don't feed into it or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, it's
They
because
just
it's
killing them with kindness.
because it's nothing to feed into.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they feel like no, it's nothing to really feed into or nothing to really say about what's really going on. I mean, at this
Right.
point, they know they're like, listen, we understand our child is a young adult, like she about to go off to college. She's actually going to Harvard. She's taking a gap year, so it's like they understand that she's gonna be doing worse of things probably out of the
Hmm.
company of them. So it's like it's best that she turn up on camera. And
Now.
I'm pretty sure she's not foolish because Lollapalooza also have it's dozens of teenagers that go to that thing.
Hmm.
And I know she's not crazy enough to be like, let me turn up and actually get this crazy when I
Right.
know all the stuff is like I know all the stuff is around. So it's like they fishing for stuff to pretty much say about their family. So it's just sad. Um my next topic is going to be about um so it's another study that came out that actually talks about why punishment doesn't teach a child accountability and how to hold your child accountable for behavior without punishing them. So the study basically says that um when you punish a child or whatever like that, it's really not teaching them anything other than confinement. It's also a form of bad behavior. So um it's when the definition of that this doctor is using is that a child assumes responsibilities for his or her actions, including making amends and avoiding a repeat, whether the authority figure is present or not. So that's what she's using as her definition of child accountability. But recently, accountability is something that's left to the responsibility that has been subtracted from lack of. So many parents are questioning, I guess, questioning about punishing their child as if that's the right action or not to like hold your child accountable or whatnot like that. And also, the study goes on to say about adult accountability is that we don't ask adults to be accountable for their actions, so we shouldn't ask the child to be accountable for their actions. So, what do you think about that,
And
Simone?
that's where they get it messed up. I'm an adult, you're a child, so you're gonna do what I say. If you're not paying bills, you have nothing to say.
Right.
I'm putting clothes on your back and food in your mouth, so whatever I say goes.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think that the study has a valuable reason of not punishing a child? Do you think
No.
children should be punished or not?
Yes. Cause how
So
they gonna learn?
I don't know, but why are you feeling that way?
Cause how I was grown up. That's all. I mean, I was taught. Mama says whatever she say, you have to respect your elders, and you don't, you get punished. So that's just how I really feel about it.
Yeah,
You just do what you told. Don't question it. Don't go behind it. Don't be
right,
hard headed about it because you're gonna suffer the
right.
consequences.
Hmm.
So
I mean, I think children should be punished to a degree,
right,
and it's left to whatever that degree is. But I think that sometimes nowadays children are being punished for things that really don't make sense or whatever
right.
like that, and it's not only being punished, but then also like the study talks about being punishment as far as being in a school environment, as far as like you punish a child because they say they have to go to the bathroom, so you tell them that they can't go. So and you in return you're gonna sit up there and say you can't go to the bathroom, and then the child walks out of the class. So then now you gotta hold that child accountable for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what really is that if like any child, if you have to go, you gotta go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you can't hold your child account. You can't hold a child accountable for things that for something that is uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things where you just like okay, I understand what the study is trying to do, but I feel like it's a lot of questions left
Mm-hmm.
that need to be answered or whatever like that. But I mean, I understand it and I get it and I understand it. So I mean that brings me into um when we talk about accountability, the Blue Lives Matter bill that has went into effect on August 1st in Louisiana. So if people don't know, basically this Blue Lives Matter bill is basically to basically secure law enforcement safeties and things like that, and to basically say that they have great respect for the work that they do and the risks that they take to ensure people's safeties, and understand that um, this bill um, signifies the, I mean, this bill really states that on a state of events, any offense or any violations or hate crimes against them, the person would be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So I guess like the reason why I kind of picked the story to talk about is because I'm so sick of the whole all lives matter, blue lives matter, things
Mm-hmm.
that like that whole situation. Like, we say Black Lives Matter because those are the lives that's actually being in jeopardy right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not the only ones. I'm not saying that, but as of right now, those are the ones who's being targeted. And so I'm kind of sick
We've
of
always been targeted.
right. I'm kind of sick of the whole. We're gonna take what somebody else created and just add a different name, the first word to
Mm-hmm.
something different. That's
Yeah.
like the culture appropriation is ridiculous. So I'm kind of sick of it, and um, I just feel like this bill,
I feel like it's an excuse to be
yeah, to
honest.
kill, right? For you to say,
And it
oh, any
makes
hate crime, like
yeah.
yeah, I respect police officers and I respect I respect what they do, but to a degree, I like me being a threat to you don't have anything to do with you pulling your gun out on me as soon as you see me. You get what I'm saying?
If
So
I ain't did nothing to you
right.
to
And
give you a
especially if
reason
I
to do
ask you
that.
a question, like you asked me to do something and I do what you asked me and then you still put your gun out on me. Like I just feel like it's ridiculous. And I feel like it's a way for them to cop out and say, oh well, this person has some form of hate towards a cop or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
which is so stupid. So I'm just I'm over that whole foolishness what they doing right now.
That's why I stay in my own lane. I don't fool with police.
Yeah, so and I mean the bill kind of goes into what are hate crimes considered if the victims was targeted for race, ethnicity, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. So that's so it breaks all that down. You can read more about that at fox8.com. But we're about to take a break and we will be back with some more hot topics. And this is Young Voices of the Future. And I'm your host, Brandon, and I'm in a studio with.
Simone.
And this is New Orleans Talk Network. Like I said, we are live right now on YouTube. So please watch us right now and follow us on Facebook at New Orleans Talk Network.
What's up, New Orleans? Listen, this your man Fred, host of your number one sports talk show down here in New Orleans. Yeah, I said it. FanView, where real fans talk about real sports. Join me, Bank Ball Recite, your people's man Pete, and Madman the Big Fan as we talk about all the latest sports topic going down here around the country. Again, FanView, where real fans talk about real sports.
It's NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Phone lines tied up. Join us on the live chat at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned in to New Orleans Talk Network.
Are you looking for an alternative to conservative? Real Brother Radio is now on New Orleans Talk Network every day, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network. We provide the topics, you provide the conversation.
This is Captain Black.
This is Brother Al Mims. Join us for our new show,
The Hostages That Fight Back, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central.
We are all hostages to something,
But it's up to us.
to find the courage to fight back and make the change.
So tune in to become the change you want to see in the world here on New Orleans Talk Network.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to.
Are you a member of Bedside Baptist? Well, now you can join Bethesda House of Prayer every Sunday for our live broadcast. It starts at approximately 9:45 every Sunday morning. Just go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com and click play. We can't wait for you to join us from your home. And don't forget, if you want to join us live and in person, service starts for 9 a.m. and we are located at 7601 West Lake Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 70072, Suite C.
There are moments in life when we hesitate. Buying a home shouldn't be one. Markets are changing and interest rates are still low. Now is the time to make your move. At Rocksteady Realty, there are moments in life when we hesitate. Buying a home shouldn't be one. Markets are changing and interest rates are still low. Now is the time to make your move. At Rocksteady Realty, we are determined to find a home for you. We know the area, provide personal attention, and more convenience. For all your residential and commercial needs, contact Willie Jones at Rocksteady Realty at 504-460-3819. Discover the Rocksteady difference.
All right. This is New Orleans Talk Network, and I'm your host, Brandon, and I'm in the studio with
Simone.
And this is Young Voices of the Future, and we are live right now on YouTube. And give us a call in at 504-341-8255. That's 504-342-8255. And you can follow us on Facebook at New Orleans Talk Network, and you can also watch us live on YouTube right now and comment and like and subscribe. And if you really feeling the show, retweet it and share it with all your friends and family or whatnot.
Please.
So, Simone wants to bring up a topic about Kevin Hart. So, what you want to talk about?
Just how crazy it is how he didn't get a prenup signed with his wife.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I understand, like, you want to be in it for love and all that, but you making money and you want to make sure whatever you make, you get in return. And
Right.
if y'all ever was to split up, you get whatever you put into that, But now that you ain't do that, she has the power to, take whatever you made.
Yeah.
Just like the other wife you had. No shade.
I mean, I was watching something like, what was that, Love and Hip Hop with Ray J
Oh, Lord. See.
and the girl, and how he tore up the prenup, and how they were saying that we getting divorced before we get married or whatnot.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how you gonna get divorced? How you thinking of a prenup as being getting divorced before you get married, when you simply, to me, people need to educate themselves on prenups. Prenups is just like, prenups just saying what you had before is yours. Anything that you have together with mine, that gets split up. So if you buy a house, y'all buy a house together, that's something, that's
Right.
property, intellectual property that you and him will be able to like kind of split up or whatever like that. But those are people, like, to me, if you're not willing we, I'm reading the comments right now, y'all. I'm gonna talk about it later. But if you're not in, like, to me, prenups are not saying that a person is not in it to win it. Somebody, a prenup to me seems like it's not like, to me
It's an
it's something.
agreement.
It's an agreement, and it's simply because it's simply stating that I don't want to feel like you with me for my money. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want you to feel like, or I don't want to mess with you because you don't have no money. That's not what I'm saying. Because what's mine is yours to an extent.
To an extent.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like we have to be realistic with what prenups are. It's just something to secure me because I don't want somebody who I just met and in the next 2 years we get divorced and then you taking half. What I look like?
Not Brandon.
For real. So I mean, I definitely, like, I did not. That was news to me that he didn't sign a prenup. He didn't sign a prenup. So it was news to me. So, but the same thing with Ray J too, because his little meals that he have, something like that, it's gonna be taken. And the fact that anytime you are that resistant to doing a prenup means that you only with me because of my money. Because if somebody had me a prenup, I'm signing it. Because I mean, it shouldn't be so hard. Like, I'm gonna look at it, of course, but I'm gonna be like, okay, what are the terms? What are the term agreements or whatever like that. But just because somebody hands you a prenup, don't mean that they don't love you.
Right.
I want people to get that.
They just want to, make sure whatever I came in, I'm gonna get it back if we was to ever apart.
Right. I was laughing at the comments because my friend Delora, she's watching from New Rose, Louisiana. Shout out to all the people in New Rose, Louisiana. She was saying that my hair is massive on camera. Oh, thank you, D. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, the prenup situation, I don't know what you think about a prenup because you're a girl and it seems like more girls have problems with prenups to me. Or maybe that's a sexist thing to say, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. What you think?
Me personally, I would sign it if you was to bring it up, but if you don't, you don't. Because I'm gonna make sure I get whatever I get in return. Because I'm gonna end up having a whole bunch of other policies on you that you ain't gonna even know about if you was to, die something. I'm gonna get mine regardless. Say it like that. I'll sign it. Yeah,
You gonna get it one way or another.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I mean, so you don't feel like a prenup is like you getting divorced before you get married?
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like that either. I feel like I feel like a prenup is, like the right step.
It's an agreement. All right, you came in with this, and I came in with this. So if we was to ever apart, we gonna do what we came in with.
Right. I mean, it shouldn't be.
I don't think it should be an issue. I wouldn't have no issue with the prenup.
I mean, the only issue is if it's too extreme.
Right.
But I don't feel like it will be that. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna be something that's too extreme to it's unbearable. Like, oh, if like kind of like her Candy was, or she was like, after like if we break up 30 days you gotta go or something like that, giving that man no time to figure his whole life out. Something like that. But other than that, I mean, I don't see no problem with prenups. But we're gonna move on. So we're gonna keep on this thing about gun violence and police violence or whatnot like that. So they actually had an article to come out about what historically Black colleges are doing to reduce gun violence or whatnot. So these are HBCUs around the US that actually have kind of tackled the issue of gun violence, not only from police force but from all types of scores, so from black on black crime and different things like that. So I think it's a good. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. From a good strategy or whatnot like that. So so the bill basically talks about how HBCUs are deciding to like kind of have a no weapons type of zone. So basically, no, like people can't carry no concealed weapons on campus or whatnot like that, which they shouldn't anyway because you're on campus. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because it seems like they are also taking guns in, like they taking donations in, so they could get guns off the streets and out of the hands of juveniles and people
Mhm.
that kind of don't want guns anyway. So I think it's good, and this HBCUs across, like I said, across the United States or what, not like that. Um, Southern, actually, a Louisiana school, Southern University A&M in Baton Rouge actually signed on to it. And it's been word. I think it's been words that Dillard was actually going to sign on to this bill as well to kind of start trying to get um these guns off the street. So I think it's a good thing, and I think it's a good thing what HBCU students are doing,
Oh
and
yeah.
in return of like something that's negative. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think it's really really good that they're doing it. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea that they're doing it because that's I think that's a great way to reduce violence on the
Mhm.
streets and all that.
Yeah, definitely, and especially because like some
Especially here, I'll say it like that.
yeah, New Orleans is
Y'all turns up.
yeah they do, you know, and it's sad because violence strike, and I'm gonna transition to my next story. Kind of strike some kind of like a celebrity, but Toya Wright, who
Oh
brothers
yeah.
was fairly killed in New Orleans.
Mhm.
So speaking of gun violence, that's just sad. But she lost two brothers, and it was her two brothers. His name was actually Ryan Johnson, but a lot of people know him as Rudy, and then the other one name was Josh Johnson.
Mhm.
Um, and they was killed up in a car, somewhere downtown in New Orleans. I think that was the Seventh Ward. They said, um, but whatever the case may be, people been rallying around her and her family, just basically discussing like this killing and stuff like that. So I hope that they definitely do get justice, and my heart
Yes.
goes out to them because last year, this was my family that had two
Yeah.
brothers that was killed last year. So I definitely feel for that, and I know I don't wish that on anybody. So
Mm-mm.
that's really really sad. So, definitely my hearts go out to them
Mhm.
and
My
their family. But the
condolences.
thing is that the violence do need to stop, even against police officers and black on black people. Like we just need to kill that violence. You know, I think instead of responding with hate, we need to respond with love. Or sometimes people don't taking a higher road.
Right.
They
Like
don't think
some
of that.
actions don't need a
Yeah,
reaction.
like you know,
Like people are killing their
you know,
daddies, and
right.
it's a bigger picture than what it is
Right,
right
and
then and
it
there.
seems like guns are so much attainable to get, and I'm trying to figure out why. Like, how do people get a hold of guns? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Like, and I really need to look into it. I should have probably looked into it before the show, but how easy it is to probably get a gun
Oh,
in Louisiana, which I really think is fairly easy. Um,
it's
but
like it's really easy to get a gun in Mississippi. Real easy.
I really
That's
I really wish it wasn't. I really
that's
wish it
great.
wasn't because I mean it's sad because young people are getting killed, old people are getting killed, people loved ones are
Mhm.
getting killed, and these are people families. These are not just somebody off the street. Like this is somebody who. These are people that actually. Um, these are people um, that actually have loved ones or whatnot
Oh
like that.
yeah,
So it's
because
just
I
it's
think one of
sad.
them had some kids or whatever, and that's
Yeah,
sad
Rudy.
for.
I think they both have children. I'm not sure, but
Either
because
way, a
yeah.
dad was lost in the
Right.
incident.
Right. So I just think that definitely the violence has to stop around, just not in Louisiana, but
All
around
around.
together. Like, just, it's like, it's so much stuff happening in the universe and out there in the world. We got the flood in Baton Rouge that happened and stuff like that. And around that area, the terrible area. And
Hmm.
it's so sad it's sad because it's like, you have all these things that's happening, and instead of like rallying around each other, like it's kind of like a lot of people don't even want to get involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, it's sad, and it's really just sad to see our people hurt and our people that just don't understand what it means to unify as people, because we live in a country where we say and we act like we unified, but we're not.
No.
We're not, and like deep down, we all know we're not, and it's like, what's gonna change? Who's gonna be the change? Like who really
It's
is gonna
gonna
be the
take
change?
a.
It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot, but somebody got to start it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So and when
Once
you don't have
once it gets
that,
started, it'll be a beautiful thing.
right? So my next topic is going to be Fantasia's album. Um, so have you listened to it?
No, but I do love Fantasia. I do. Like
The
they
definition of
they sleep on her. Like,
yeah, she's been slept on. The album is really really good. She called it rock soul.
mhm.
That's the type of sound it has, but it's called the definition of, and she said that this was actually the album that she had to fight for because um Azex was not really feeling the sound that she was having. But um my my favorite, I guess, like, she have a lot of favorites, like a lot of her whole album is good to me,
Mhm.
and I really think that she's very talented, and I think that vocally she's probably one of the best that's out there right now.
Yes. I got to meet Fantasia live about a while ago, and her concerts, they're well worth it. It's a good
Yeah,
money's
I don't
worth.
think she a bad performer. I think that
no.
I honestly would love to see her live. I just think that we
Beautiful
live in a
thing.
world where it's just
I mean, I
not
love
right.
Beyonce, but I'd rather see Fantasia than
Right.
to just up and see Beyonce. Like they
Yeah.
sleep on her.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, like these days, because it's too diverse, her album. That is true. And people can't take that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, it's just sad that people just can't take that. But I like her album, and I think that she shouldn't have to fight for an album like this because the album really, really is good. And one of her songs is called Lonely Legend, and it has it's like almost like a Tina Turner kind of tribute. It's like that vibe.
Mhm.
And one of her other songs is called I Made It. That's her gospel kind of track. And then my favorite track is called Wait For You. That's like, that song to me is kind of like When I See You. That
Mhm.
it gives you that kind of vibe to me. And then of course she got Ugly, which is her country kind of,
Mhm.
And my thing is why that song has not charted on the country charts. Like, why?
I'm not. I don't know.
It's just one of those things where you
Because
just
I thought
don't
at
know.
first she was gonna go all the way country over there because she was
Right.
talking about that at one time. Because I was gonna listen to her regardless because I love Fantasia, point blank, period. But
Mhm.
she got a voice just like Jennifer Hudson.
Right.
So I don't know why she's being slept on. I think people are too naive to even listen to real music nowadays.
Yeah. I mean,
If it ain't, if it don't got a good beat, it's not about to be.
yeah. I mean, right now what's thriving is that trap music and boring music. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I haven't listened to the Frank Ocean album, but I've never been like a real fan of his because his music seems boring. But we're gonna go to break. We're gonna go to break or whatnot. We will be back. This is Young Voices of the Future. I am your host, Brandon, and I'm in the studio with
Simone.
And we live right now. So watch us live right now on YouTube at New Orleans Talk Network, and we will be back.
Nobody gives you better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Free on the New Orleans Talk Network. We want you guys to check out our new webpage, NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Check out all our shows on there. We definitely want you guys to check out FanView. But check out all our shows on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
You shared that link?
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This is Pastor Donald R. Jones, and you're listening to the New Orleans Talk Network.
Oh my God, I am so excited for the New Orleans Talk Network. Well, hey, I'm telling you, this is the real show that people will have a voice. I'm excited about this show, Gerard. You just don't know. I'm so glad you got it going. And people, I'm going to tell every single person I know about it. So your show is going to be one of the hottest show in the whole state of Louisiana.
Do your homework, you do your investigation. Like I said, with you, it's a balance. Like I said, you made us cry. You made us get out and fight. You made us get out and march. You know, you made us laugh. And that's what we need. We need total balance. In all things, and like I said, I wish you the best day.
I'm so excited about you being back on the show. I tell you, because I really missed you. I really have. You're such a blessing to our community and keeping us informed of all the things that are going on in our community. And I appreciate you so much, G. And I just had to call you this morning. I'm going to be right there, and I'm going to tell everybody about your show. The new show. That's right. We're looking for new things, and I know it's coming.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Crown Properties Incorporated, development and property management specialists, specializing in commercial and residential properties. With over 20 years experience, we specialize in property management, tenant placement, rent collection. We also manage single group housing. We have a full-time maintenance staff, 24-hour emergency on-call services, and we're fully licensed and insured. Let us do all the work while you receive the monthly checks at Crown Properties Incorporated. For more information, call 504-366-4001. That number again is 504-366-4001. Or come visit us at 405 Gretna Boulevard, Suite 109, Gretna, Louisiana. Crown Properties Incorporated, for all your property management needs. You be the investor, we'll be the landlord. Crown Properties Incorporated.
All right. We are back, and this is Young Voices of the Future, and I'm your host, Brandon. I'm in the studio with
Simone, my bad.
She's sipping on that Sonic slush. This is New Orleans Talk Network, and I'm your and call us at 504-341-8255. That's 504-341-82255. We are live right now on YouTube, so just search us at New Orleans Talk Network, Young Voices of the Future. We will pop up. Like that. We will. We kind of gonna talk about. You ready for it? This near green situation. You're not ready for it?
I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay, so the near green situation, I'm not sure if all y'all are familiar with it, but it's a 16-year-old girl who basically was on social media who took a picture in the towel with a boy in the background. I guess somewhat call it promiscuous, being fast. And so her mom, being a young mom that she is, or a new age mom that she is, took it to Facebook and actually recorded her disciplining her child on Facebook. So she received a tremendous amount of backlash. People felt like she was a horrible mother. Some people just felt like this wasn't like why broadcast it, because some people still do believe in spanking. So some people was like it was okay for her to spank her, but that wasn't spanking. That was beating. In people like regular people terms, that's what they say. It was beaten. But Instead of her spanking her off camera, why would she do it in camera for the world to see? Because now she's going to be humiliated. She's going to have to go to school with that or whatnot like that. So what's your reaction?
For her getting a whipping for what she did, I don't see no issue with that. But recording it, that's too much for me. Cause I just like my mama just going out there just telling everybody about how she done, whoop me. It's like, okay, you my mama, so you in a way you supposed to if I do something wrong. So what's the point of broadcasting it if you gonna do it anyway?
Yeah,
like it should never been broadcasted because one, the girl gonna get humiliated, and then if the right people that watch it, she might even get charged for it or something like that.
Right.
So
the mom.
Yeah, the mom.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like the world we live in now. It's so easy to just get in trouble for little things now because we're so sensitive to certain things now. When we wasn't back in the day, like everything's getting took into consideration or whatever.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I feel like the whole Facebook Live thing to humiliate your daughter to show like the world that, oh, this is what she did and stuff like that. That was too much. I think that was too much. But I also feel like, and she could have actually been charged with assault and battery. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like these kids nowadays, it's no way
they grow up too fast.
Yeah,
they ready to be grown right then and there, and
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's kind of like it's definitely sensitive, but it's like I wouldn't want to do my child that if I had a child. Like I wouldn't want to embarrass them like that.
Like you gonna get whooped, but I ain't about to humiliate you like that.
And then that could bring up a whole lot of other issues like depression, humiliation, suicidal thoughts, all these things that this young girl have to go through because now it's all over the world to see, and it's not like
it can be erased.
No,
it's right.
It's on the internet, and people love to screenshot. And now because it's a video, people share gram. What is that? That other thing where you could kind of like record a video and take the video from somebody. So it's like it's everywhere. It's gonna keep getting reposted, and it's never gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? So
she gonna be known for being a girl that got whooped for the rest of her life. Yeah.
So definitely, but on a different note, people was saying, some people that was actually for the video was asking, well, what's the difference between the Neil Green situation and the Travis Seller situation, which is the man who actually was caught boxing his son on Facebook for being bad in school, for disciplining him for his actions from school, and the young man was actually 17 years old, which is his son. And that video got mixed reviews as well because some people felt like it should never been broadcasted on Facebook. I don't get it. Does Facebook broadcasting?
Right, like it's like the Expose show or something.
Right, like it's like I don't get why, but
why Facebook? Like
right, but yeah. So people felt like, oh, okay, well, this is what we. What's the difference between Neil Green and the 17-year-old boy that actually got boxed by his father, who was early on in the year? So, I guess like some people felt like, oh, well, it was a boy and blah blah blah. He was boxing him. That's a father and a son binding. Me and my father don't bind that way. I'm sorry. Really, we don't.
Right.
We don't bind that way.
Y'all got your own type of way of binding.
Right. And it's not that way. It's not that way of you beating me up. So you could, and it's definitely not that way for you to show off that you a good father. Like people be thinking that shows off like, oh, I'm a good mother, I'm a good father. That's not it. That's not
like I feel like the reason that they do is because I guess since like they got teenagers or whatever, and they feel like they can't get nothing across a teenager's mind. So the best way to hurt is to hit them where it hurts. If they always on Facebook or on their phone all day, that's where they gonna hit them where it hurts. So if you're gonna be on Facebook all day, I'm gonna show you what you can post today on Facebook. You getting your ass whooped on Facebook or whatever. So I see why they do that, but at the same time, you should be old enough. You should be put your pride to the side to whoop him in private.
But it's also one of those things that too, like parents not talking to their kids.
Right.
Like we don't talk no more. Like parents
No.
really on an average, like people don't talk anymore. Like it's just like ridiculous. So it's like it's so bad to a point where
Yes. Bad communication all
right,
around.
it's so bad to where parents not talking to their children instead of explaining the behavior and actually
and telling them why they get
right
punished for what
why
they
they
did.
why you shouldn't do this and this and that. You take it. Shit, I'm pretty sure Nia Green, or the young man, learned anything from that other than the fact that you was telling me what I did. Of course, you hear in both videos what they did, but you're not telling me how do I get through it, how do I move on, why I shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where I'm not a parent, and I
Neither
don't,
am I.
you know what I'm saying. So, but I know, like as a parent, like. I know as a person that aspires to be a parent one day.
Sorry for the joke.
But that was a joke. As a parent one day, I wouldn't go to that extent to humiliate my child because I just know that they gotta go to school. And high schoolers are tough as it is.
Yes.
Like high school period is it's a battleground every day. It's like you preparing
You dealing
for
with
battle.
your peers for 8 hours. You dealing with
you preparing every day for war. You know what I'm saying? Really. So it's one of those things where it's like, no, I wouldn't do that. But I feel like it's also one of those things where, like, talk to your kids. Let your kids know what they did wrong and how they could kind of move forward instead of just being like, okay, this is what you did wrong and this is how we can make it better or whatnot like that. I think people need to talk more. And parents need to educate their kids. Like, you have kids out here that don't know about their body, don't know about simple things. So it's just like one of those things, like we need to talk. Like people need to talk to their kids. But this brings me back to my reasons for why I call them young parents, because these are young parents, which are kids who are raising kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to show the world that you got it going on. And this and that, and that's not the case, or whatever like that. And so this gonna transition me into my last topic, which is about young parents, parents in general. So, parents, anybody can make a baby, right?
Yep. But everybody can't. Well, anybody can make a baby, but nobody can really be a mama dad.
Right.
That's like a privilege to be called mama dad.
Right. And oftentimes, like, people want to be praised for, oh, I got my child these new shoes, or my child is always on, and things like that, right?
Material things come and go.
It's not even material things, because guess what? If your child wouldn't do it, the state will, because guess what?
You're right about that. Let me
You know what I'm
take my
saying?
little comment
It's like
back.
you're doing what you're supposed to do as a parent. Like, and I'm tired of people actually want to be praised for doing what they want to do. It's getting old. It's getting tired. I'm getting tired of it. And not only because I tell my sister all the time, because she a young parent too, or whatever like that. It's like, as a young parent, you have to really earn people respect. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like, as a parent, a parent in this generation, like, it's like you almost have to earn people respect for, like, so you can be like, oh, I earned your respect because I'm a parent. I'm doing what I got to do. But that's not how I view it. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing what you have to do, your child always you're a great parent in my eyes.
You shouldn't have to worry about what other people
right.
are
And I feel like
praised for it.
Like the whole disciplining your child, trying to hold your child accountable and stuff like that. We really are removing these kids from being kids. Remember when people used to say, let kids be kids?
Stay in a child's place.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember, like, other than if you had like a little schoolyard fight or whatever like that, it wasn't really being like accountable for you to do something at 5 years old. Like, we want 5-year-olds, kindergartners, to be accountable for their actions. And it's like, no. Like, it's like, okay, you're asking a 5-year-old, why you colored on the wall? Why you colored on the wall? You know what I'm saying? Right?
Right.
Instead of saying, we don't color on the walls. We color on the paper. You know what I'm saying? You see how different that is? But I digress.
I'm not a parent, so I mean, no words. I just know my child gonna know right from wrong.
Well, we don't know that.
Whipping private. He gonna know. She gonna know.
We don't know that.
She gonna know. She gonna know. Mm-mm. The Lord let it be that I have a child. She gonna know.
All right, a couple announcements because we're getting close to 7:00. If you are a young artist or young artist, let me define that for you guys: a poet, singer, rapper, a painter, writer. If you're any one of those and you would like to be on Young Voices of the Future, because Young Voices of the Future is here to give young people a voice and young creative people a voice, and an outlet, creative outlet. If you want to debut some of your music, please send it over to me at Brandon.Caples, that's Caples 10@gmail.com. I'll review it and I'll have my team review it. And if it's able to get on, it's able to get on or whatever like that. But like I said, like if you're a young artist and you would like to come on a show and kind of showcase your talents, this is not a place where you can kind of come and be shy, because I'm gonna ask you on the spot. If you a singer, I need you to sing. I'm gonna drop a song and I need you to sing.
And he gonna help out if you not even doing what you're supposed to do.
If you're a rapper, I'm gonna need you to be able to come through and hit a couple balls. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna help you.
You know what I'm saying? Because so many people say they something, but they not really doing nothing.
But
and
when they get put on spot, they're like, oh,
right, right. So I don't want a bunch of nothing people here. I want people that's actually creative and actually doing something. So and with that being, for real, like I'm laughing, but I'm dead serious. So if you're a creative individual and you would like to come on Young Voices of Young Voices of the Future, you are more than welcome to come on. Like I said, reach out to me. You can reach out to me via our website, which is NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com, and you can kind of my email is on my tab, the Young Voices of the Future tab. You could go there. You can also reach out to me on my email. Once again, I'll say it again, Brandon.Caples, Caples 10@gmail.com. You can reach out there. And we are not a bad spirited people. We don't have bad vibes here at all. So we joke a lot.
All good vibes.
Right.
Y'all.
Just all good vibes. So if you, like I say, if you're an artist and you like to come on, like just reach out or whatever like that. But just be prepared. Be prepared. So that's the end of our show. We will be back next Wednesday. You'll be back next Wednesday, Simone?
I will. I will.
We'll be back next Wednesday. And this is Young Voices of the Future. Andre was out, like I said, college is starting or whatnot. So he in college or whatever, trying to be great. Like the rest of us.
The following program is recorded and aired at the previous time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
So this is good. Bye.
Bye. I know you hear that.
I know.